Welcome to the Future Successors podcast, where the future is now. Good morning. My name is Masai Watson, and today I'm here with
Maya Ford, and today we have the pleasure of being here with Mr. Archie Clay. So, how was your morning going?
My morning's good, man. Pleasure to be here.
How's yours, Masai?
my morning's going good. What about you, Mom?
I think it's good. I'm a little cold, but it's okay.
Me too.
Okay. So I have a little quick question for you. So, you want to start off hot, or you want to start off cold?
Let's go hot.
Okay. Go ahead, Masai.
Let's go hot then. You say you want it. So I have a quick question for you. What is the difference between success and achievement in your own words?
I kind of correlate those both together. I mean, I think there can't be achievement without success, and there can't be success without achievement. You know, I mean, I think success is aligned to potentially whatever goal that you have. You know, and achievement can't be aligned to the same thing. You know what I mean? For me, it's kind of putting those things into the same pot. You know what I'm saying? Like both of those pots gotta cook, you know, in order to win. You know, you gotta achieve, but also gotta be successful at the same time. So for me, I put them both in the same category. You know what I mean? Like you can't do one or the other without making it to the goal that you want to make it to.
Okay. So you feel like, so which one do you think is more important though?
I think it's level.
You think
right?
it's level?
Yeah, I think it's level. I think within success, you have to achieve a certain thing to get to success.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So for me, I want to achieve those goals so I can be successful. Without achieving them, there is no success.
You agree?
Yeah, I do agree.
Okay.
You agree?
I'm a little indifferent with it.
You do? What you think?
I think that achievement is more important than success because I feel like a lot of people might not feel like you're successful or might not see your success, but they can never disqualify your achievement. So it's like, I got this, and I got this. It's there. You can't discredit it.
No, I love that. I think for me, it's like, I ain't worried about nobody else.
Yeah.
But for me, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's only that goal. Because a lot of times, people can distract you from getting to that goal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, whatever you think, I don't care. You know what I mean? Because for me, at the end of the day, it's like, how do I get to those achievements? And how do I get to those level of impact which success can be aligned to that? You know what I mean? So I do agree with you, though.
Okay. And then, what do you think are some really key relationships that helped you along the way with that success and achievement?
Man, honestly, I would say family. I think family creates that foundation where you can succeed, you can be achievable. You know what I mean? Like, give you the confidence to kind of go after those goals and go after those things that you love. But then for me, after that, I would say the gathering spot. The gathering spot was a pivotal anchor for me to build those impactful relationships. You know, without the gathering spot, I wouldn't be able to have relationships to push on and pull on. You know what I mean? To start navigating that journey of entrepreneurship. But you don't understand it's pretty difficult, right? Okay. So without relationships, it's kind of hard to navigate that terrain and really get to those levels of achievements and success that you would like to get to.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I just got a question off the top of the dome. It just
No,
hit you when you walk in the door. But like as an entrepreneur, you with Brain Love, I can see you wearing your clothing brand,
for sure.
Stuff like that. As an entrepreneur, and you went to an HBCU, like at what level did you like think like, oh, I gotta go get it now? It's time to go.
I ain't gonna lie, I always had that hustle mentality, honestly. I feel like even before when I was younger, I used to sell bean pies and carrot cakes and the moms and trash, you know what I'm saying? So I always had a hustle mentality. Didn't know what that looked like at that age. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I understood that when I went to Tuskegee, what hustle is and what getting to it. Like when I was trying to get online, like I had to hustle, I had to talk to everybody, I had to talk to the OGs, you know what I mean? So to understand that you have to put yourself in a position to win, you gotta be put in a position to win. You know what I mean? To kind of understand what that looks like. So you know what that challenge looks like. Every step of the journey that you have. You know what I mean? It's always going to be a period of time where you're going to have to take that hustle to another gear. You know what I mean? And it's the thing like, oh, I'm tired of hustling, but you're never going to be tired of it. You're never going to stop hustling, even when you got it. You know what I mean? You're never going to stop hustling. That, honestly, I think that's like the grit and the love of getting to that next milestone of achievement.
Well, sorry. I'm not sure. I have another question. You said you have to be in an environment to win, so not to be intrusive. Where are you from?
I'm from here, East Side of Atlanta.
Okay.
I was born in Chattanooga, but I was raised in East Side of Atlanta. I was just starting high school. So for me, not coming from the city, I guess you would say the suburbs, but you know, if y'all know about Star Mountain, it's a little crazy. You know what I mean? But it kind of sets you up. But I also had my mom was a foundational piece for me that kept me grounded. You know what I mean? It allowed me to thrive and get to the next level.
I feel I'm a Cascade and County, baby.
You already know.
I'm from Augusta. I don't know nothing about it. I got that with me. But what do you think stands out with the word love? Like, as in your collection, brain love. What stands out with love? What's one word you could describe
yourself. You know what I mean? I think in life, and I think the world has taken away the thought process of loving yourself in order to achieve what you love. You know what I mean? And for me, I think it's important to love who you are, right? Regardless of business or money, like family, right? Or relationships. Like, if you don't truly love who you are and love what you can bring to the world, it's hard to get to the next level. It's hard to stay motivated because even when you are on that journey you think you're on, it can be difficult. It can be lonely. It can be scary. You know what I mean? Like, none of this stuff is it ain't easy. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be times where you're gonna have to pull yourself, because you're gonna have people that's gonna say that you're doing amazing things, but you know what's going on. They may not know what's going on. They only see the surface level of what's going on, what they see on Instagram and the glitz and things of that nature, but they don't know what's going on in your heart. They don't know how you feel every day when you wake up in the morning. So you have to be, when you wake up in the morning, have to love who you are. You know, honestly, in order to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't love who you are. That's why people have challenging times, because they truly don't love themselves, and they're trying to love other things to make them love themselves. You know what I mean? And that can put you in the wrong situation.
Okay. Alright. So I'm thinking, we keep hearing about love, we see the shirt, so what is brain love?
Man, brain love is special.
Okay.
Brain love is a hybrid between luxury fashion and mental health. We think that fashion plays a major role in how people live, how they show up for themselves and show up for the world, right? Fashion is a self-expression, right? It's a self-expression of who you are. But I think we kind of got away from that because of social media, because of where the world is, right? We want to merge the two. Like, we want to be a brand that's focused on creating good, high-quality pieces, but with a story that allows to let people know that you can be what you want to be. You can achieve those goals, but you got to understand at the end of the day, it's like, it's focused on your mind. Your mind got to be solid at all times. If your mind not solid, there's going to be times where you can lose it, and you can lose that momentum or that success or whatever factor, right? So we say your evolution starts with you, right? You know, when we say that, is that in order to achieve or get to success, or get to those certain achievements, or life in general, you gotta make sure yourself is evolving. You know what I mean? Like, God has evolved us in so many ways over generations, right? So why not make sure that yourself is evolving every single day? You know what I mean? It's reading, it's getting better, it's alive, things of that nature. You know what I mean? So that's the whole focus of brain love, and we think that we're bringing something different to the industry, and the customers are looking for, right? The world is looking for brands that are saying we care about you, and not just trying to make money.
All right.
Well, you said you're from Atlanta. Do you like want to leave and venture out, explore?
Man, so I mean, I travel a lot. So I've been in Europe, I've been going to China and Tokyo next year. You know,
Okay.
and so for me, it's I love Atlanta. I love Atlanta's home. You know what I'm saying? But we got planes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always in New York. My PRs and publicists in LA. So it just, we call our strategies a triangle. So we got LA, Atlanta, New York. That's our ecosystem and what we focus on from strategies down there. So we here.
All right. Earlier you mentioned that you Tuskegee, right? That
Yeah.
you went to college. So how do you feel like that big HBCU experience shaped you for the business world?
Man, I say I go back to the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know how HBCUs are. Like,
I'm going there this year.
yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. You're with you, because there's moments where the universe is moving slow. You know what I mean? There's moments where it's fast, right? There's moments where you feel like the school could be better. You know what I mean? But I think that's just life in general. It teaches you that things ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta make it what it is. You see, for us, like, we were in the middle of nowhere, so anytime you talk to somebody about ski, y'all in the middle of nowhere, y'all ain't have fun. It's like, yeah, we did. You know what I'm saying? I think those are the best times where you make your fun, right? We had clubs and bars, things of that nature, but honestly, the most fun wasn't there. It was on campus. It was with my homies. It was with people that we love. It was SEA. It's homecoming. Like, I mean, we had Future coming to homecoming for the first time. Like, that was crazy. You know what I mean? So they create those moments when you look on and say, "Dang, I can't believe I did that." You know what I mean? You know, and I think everybody has their own journey of how they have fun and how they interact. Like, some people say they didn't have fun in college. You know how that didn't happen, but you know what I'm saying? But I think you you make it what it is. You know what I mean? I always tell my little brother, he's in school right now, so you make college what it is. Like, you can be in a school no one knows and have the best time you ever had in your life. You know what I mean? So, but also it's about having a community, right? You gotta meet people, you gotta have a friend community. Like, I've had my friends since 15, 20 years since college, you know what I mean? So we still locked in. I think that's a beautiful part of HBCU is that you be able to take those and carry those into your next generation. When you get married, when you have kids, like those are the moments where you have to.
Yeah. Well, this is a lot to soak in. I ain't gonna lie. You hit us with a lot.
We still hot or we cold?
No, we still
hot.
We still hot.
We can calm down. Yeah. Like, what?
Gotta keep going.
No, that's really nice. I'm not going to HBCU like Mr. I didn't get that. I'm going more so the PWI route.
It's just cool. It's still,
yeah.
Everything is all the opportunity to have a good time. You know.
Absolutely. So how you feel about that? Just drop some gems on you.
Yeah, he did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready to like.
What's the you want to?
Albany State University.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, I'm trying.
No, most definitely. Just to piggyback on this conversation that we're talking about HBCUs in school. So, what I can't say like in Atlanta, like you have your HBCUs, man. You have your Morehouses, you have your Spelmans, you have you have a couple more options. Our Kimberman just told us he went to Morehouse. So you have a couple like options. What made you choose Tuskegee, and what made you feel like HBCU was for you, rather than going to a PWI where it does move fast, they have it for you, but it's a little tougher though.
Right. I mean, I think for me it was the opportunity. Right. I actually want to go to Hampton. First, I want to go to Hampton. My granddad wanted me to go to Morehouse. He went to Tennessee State. I don't know why he wanted to go to Morehouse. Didn't understand that, but so I was going to visit Morehouse. Didn't really fit who I was at that time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I was like, nah, I ain't coming here. But I went to Tuskegee, and I remember. I think I always give kudos to my orientation, my person that did the tour for me. She made that thing feel lit that I ain't never seen in my life. We had a great time. Went to the football game.
Okay.
The campuses. I'm not sure if y'all been to Tuskegee or a tour.
Yeah, we have.
It's just a beautiful campus. You know what I mean? And I fell in love with the campus. Fell in love with the litness. And honestly, I was like, when my mom got parked on the road, I was like, oh yeah, this is where I'm going. She's like, sure, you want to go here? I'm like, yeah, I don't got this. No more schools. We can just go and stamp this. It's home. And home. Came back freshman year, I was like, thank God I chose it. Literally, like, when mom left, the turn up didn't stop since my first day to when I graduated college.
Oh wow!
You know what I mean? So like, it was just
I'm having
amazing time. Met my best friends that day. We stayed locked in till this day. You know what I'm saying? So, and meeting other people, I played. So like, it was just a great experience, man. I love Tuskegee like with all my heart. And I think it's always a special heart. People always wonder, like, man, I love Tuskegee. It's just the energy, man. Like, even going back to homecoming, it just feels like family. Like, it's truly family. Like, we have, I think we're really unique than other HBCUs. Like, our homecoming is actually inside the stadium. So, like, we actually tell them inside the game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you watch the football game, get some chicken, fish, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might see somebody struggling on the side watching the game. Oh, touchdown! Oh, yeah! You know what I mean? So, you get a lot of different experiences, but, you know, it was definitely a blessing to be able to take my energy to this game.
I really like that. Like, it's really unique.
But it is a little different now. So, I got my sister graduated in 2020.
From the same school?
Yeah, from Tuskegee. My brother went there for 2 years and then transferred to Georgia State. So I've always been back and forth. But it's a little different now than it was in
a way. Better in your year?
15 times. You know what I'm saying? But you know, hey, everybody else experiences. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, one of my great friends went to
Well, piggyback off her question. You are, as we call them now, black leaders in the community of Georgia, as not in the whole world. What do you have, like, any gems to give off to, like, our young black kings that don't think that they can make it through this world?
Man, I think a lot of times we'll say, you know, focus on getting to it and being successful and, you know, staying focused and all these things. But I always say, man, be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on your mind and figure out a way to kind of have those safe spaces now. You know what I mean? Because I think people don't realize that even when things are going well, things can go bad. And I think there's a lot of times when things go better, let's make that up. When things go better, is that, you know, we're not trained to be able to handle the bad things, right? We have to pivot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When things are not as easy as it used to be. Like, you know, coming from college, high school, doing 4.0, and then you struggling. So like you're trying to figure out like how this is new. You know what I'm saying? You graduate and you go into school and your first job you killed it, and your second job you're doing horrible. You know what I mean? So there's always gonna be those challenges, and I'll say now it's for you guys, like take those moments to figure out what keeps you going. You know what I'm saying? Like
so embrace the struggles.
Yeah, embrace the struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like because life is hard. You know what I'm saying? We gotta realize like a lot of people are struggling.
Yes.
Then what we think, and we also gotta be grateful for what we have.
Yeah.
Like 49% of people, black people in the world, make under $50,000. That's almost half. So basically half are somewhat struggling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when we put it in perspective, it's like we gotta be grateful for what we even have now. You know what I'm saying? Like we able to have stuff over our head, and I think we put so much pressure on ourselves. That don't mean that we can't. Don't mean that we can't get to it. Like I want to be rich. Like, I want to be on a yacht, chilling.
Everybody,
but you gotta be locked into that, to the struggle to get there.
Yeah, I feel like as people want it, but they don't know what it takes to get there.
Yeah, but we ain't taught to. We ain't taught what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? All we see is what we see on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Or what we see in rap or entertainment, things of that nature.
But like even like the water to cut you off, even like the water boys, because you said you're from East Atlanta, so I understand that, you know, they've been, it's not the first time they've been on the water.
Hold on,
We've been doing versions of that.
Hold on, Chad. What is a water boy? I don't
know.
You know what
what's this?
Okay, so basically it's like, it's mostly young boys, but basically take your lemonade stands, but take a couple of kids, inner city kids, go get some packs of water, go stand on the side of your car, say, hey, you want some water? But he's
I used to be in a suit. I was raised against Muslim Nation Islam. I used to be in a suit on a corner at like 7, selling final calls and lemonade. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I understand that perspective. You know what I mean? And the people, I think what happens is people are used to that in the city. You know what I mean? Versus out in the outskirts, on the east, on the west, on the south, on the north. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a normal thing to be on the corner, like making a little money.
It's not busy. It's not new.
It's not really new. It just
It's not lemonade no more.
It's waters. You know what I'm saying? You need your waters. I'm not mad at them of going from lemonade to water. I mean lemonade to sugar. You know what I'm saying?
No, most definitely. Okay, so we've been pretty hot, so let's cool us down just a little bit.
I want to stay hot.
It's okay. So, let's see, because we have a little debate about this. We don't know what you're going to pick. So, would you rather have the power to freeze time or fly?
Freeze time. Freeze time. Freeze time. Because I can freeze it before I make a decision. Be like, let me pause it to make sure I make a good decision in this situation. A lot of times.
But you can't know no. Because you're talking about like freezing it so you can pick, but you don't know what's going to happen in the future. What if
you said fly?
Yes.
I can't know what's going to happen in the future if I fly.
But I could get somewhere faster.
I'm just going to go faster.
That's great.
I'm freezing. Freezing.
I'm flying.
You flying?
Yeah, I want to fly.
You want to fly?
I want to fly.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
I feel like I'm already flying in the room, so I'm gonna fly too, you know?
Little jerk king, alright, jerk queen.
Shout out Brandon Love, I need you some merch, man.
Listen,
we do. I
need you some merch, man.
Listen, you gonna go to Albany, go crazy.
I'm gonna go crazy down there.
Okay, we'll get something for y'all.
Thank you, appreciate that. Well, let's go ahead and give it up for Mr.
Yeah, let's go.